Radio. Howdy.
All right. Hello and good day. It's 4 o'clock Saturday afternoon. That means it is once again time for Open Mic Radio. And we're going to get it rolling with one from our featured guest this afternoon, Fox Deluxe. And this is Johnny Fox. Back in a few.
But you know it ain't up to me. You know it ain't up to me. The way you run, I neither head nor tail. Doing like you do. You push too hard or not hard enough. Well, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? Well, I ain't gonna go tell you anymore, child. Well, I ain't gonna say anything to you. No, I ain't gonna go and say anything to you, child. It seems like I just can't get through to you. Clothes you're wearing weigh you down. Child, you're gonna fall ill. You're done when you spend all your common sense. Well, maybe we can make a deal. Maybe we can make a deal. Maybe we can make a deal. Well, I ain't gonna go and tell you anymore, child. No, I ain't gonna say anything to you. No, I ain't gonna go and tell you anymore, child. Well, it seems like I just can't get through to you. Say anything to you. No, I ain't gonna go and tell you anymore, child. Well, it seems like I just can't get through to you. No, it seems like I just can't get through to you. No, it seems like I just can't get through to you. Well, it seems like I just can't get through to you. I know it seems like I just can't get through to you. No, it seems like I just can't get through to you. Well, it seems like
All right, there you go. Welcome to the program, everyone. It's Open Mic Radio, Saturday, October 30th, 2021. Lovely fall weekend here in mid-Missouri. Just a beautiful day today. Absolutely my favorite time of year. I say it every week, at least in the fall. Anyway, hope you're enjoying it out there. As always, a lot happening this weekend. It's cool that the weather is nice and you can go out and have some fun. Lots of music in and around town this weekend. And, of course, Halloween. So happy Halloween to everyone out there, including everyone in here. All right. Yeah. Go out and have some fun. It was my favorite holiday as a kid. I mean, it was better than Christmas or Easter or anything. I loved dressing up like whatever and just going out and raising hell and getting free candy and all that stuff. That was the best. Anyway, okay. Open Mic Radio. We do this every Saturday afternoon from 4 to 6. Live music and interviews with some of Missouri's most awesome musicians and bands. My name is Mike Hagan. I'm joined once again by my comrade Kurt Kitson. He'll be screaming, and we should just share a mic. Kurt, just come on over here with me. And
Hello, Glasgow.
oh, it's COP 26, whatever that means. All the guys in their fancy 80-car parades to the COP meeting. I saw Biden had 80 vehicles in his entourage heading to the climate change talks. I'm like, you might want to rethink the 80 vehicles. Oh no, yeah, actually they just do a representation of it here. Anyway, okay, so I digress. We feature live music here on the show every Saturday afternoon, at least most Saturday afternoons. And in order to do that, I need to know who they are. So this is your chance to get a hold of me, all right? Lots of different ways to do that. On the web, go to kopn.org and click on the Open Mic Radio button, and there's an easy way to send me a message right there. You can also come down here and say hello. It's Saturday afternoon, and it's KOPN with maybe an E in the middle there. It's open. The doors are open, and we're open to have visitors. We do it every afternoon here and every night and every day. So anyway, if you want to come down and say hi, you're welcome to. And if not, send me an email or find a way to get a hold of me and send me your music. And we'll check it out and maybe get you on the program here. In fact, lots of you have. We're booked all the way through November. And
Nice.
and then so we got December and then the new year. So anyway, get a hold of us, all right, and we'll figure out a way to share your music with other people, okay? All right, we are here, KOPN, lovely downtown Columbia, high up in the Dalton Building, 915 East Broadway, right in between 9th and 10th. If you really did want to come and visit, you're welcome to. Just bring a nice attitude and be friendly, okay? All right, great to be with you this afternoon. I will say thank you to Morgan, great show this afternoon. Motherland Jam. You guys ever listen to the African safari of music from noon to 2? Awesome stuff, right? So Morgan Matsiga, actually a native of Zimbabwe, the former Rhodesia, and just a wealth of knowledge when it comes to African music, and he's awesome. And if you haven't heard that show, check it out. All right, Saturdays from noon till 2, Motherland Jam with Morgan, 2 to 4. One mic. We had James. I want to call him Jimmy Spitz because that was his old stage name. Do you remember, Jordan? He used to do hip hop down at the Blue Fugue and at some of the other places where we would do open mic nights. But anyway, James doing once a month now on one mic from 2 to 4, and then open mic radio from 4 to 6. After this program, stick around. Ross Shumba and a reggae party. The best in. It's a reggae party, the best in
reggaeton.
Rock, rook, and reggae. Yeah, all right, I can't even say it. But anyway, all right, last week, Kevin, thank you. Kevin stepped in for me. I was gone for the week, had some business up in Illinois, family stuff, and I'm back and glad to be here. Before that, we had Self Hug, who I believe is playing this afternoon, maybe this evening at Cooper's Landing. But anyway, Rachel and Zach and... I apologize. I forget the third member of the band. But anyway, Self Hug, a lot of fun. New punk.
If you get a chance, go down and see them.
Yeah, they were a lot of fun. Punk rock and from some great young musicians here in Columbia. Anyway, for today's show, we've got Johnny and Jordan and Justin, otherwise known as Fox Deluxe. Cool, fun rock and blues from right here, Columbia, Missouri. So, hello, gentlemen. How are you?
Hey.
Let's not waste too much time. We've already wasted 20 minutes. Let's play some music, all right?
Absolutely.
All right, we're going to do what they're here for. Live music once again. Open Mic Radio, Fox Deluxe. Johnny, Jordan, Justin, thanks, guys. Let's do it.
For me a long time ago. Yeah, 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 yeah. Shimmy and stiletto, St. Louis ghetto, pedal to the metal, try to make some time. Wear it like you own it, mystify you don't it. No one can control it. It ought to be a crime. It ought to be a crime. Be a crime. It ought to be. For me a long time ago. Yeah, 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 yeah. Said the sun went down on me a long time ago. Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah.
All right.
Nice. Woo! Yeah.
Hey.
All right, there you go. Welcome to Saturday afternoon, everyone. And
Welcome to Fox Deluxe.
that's exactly right. Fox Deluxe
on your dial.
on your dial, 89.5 FM, and we're streaming on the web at kopn.org. And my name is Mike, and this is Open Mic Radio. Great to have you guys here. Jordan,
Hi,
Johnny, how are
Mike.
you, man? Hey,
Oh, man, it's
yeah,
good to
grab
be
that
here.
now, Jordan, and put that where you'd like it. And maybe I should rephrase.
Dangerous,
All right.
dangerous.
And maybe you could help Justin out and swing that one out his way. You may have to yell a little bit, Justin, but
All good.
anyway. Okay. So, Johnny Fox, great to have you here. First time, and we've been talking about it for a while, so awesome to have you here. For people who are unfamiliar, a little bit about yourself, and then let's talk about the band, because you have a couple different projects that you work on. One is a solo gig, certainly. And then, anyway, you and the band, what's going on?
I'm originally from South St. Louis, and I moved here about 8 years ago, and played in Roadkill Orchestra, played a lot of solo gigs, and then now I'm with these guys.
Right, and so Roadkill Orchestra, for that was Dave and Dino and
Yeah.
Josh and Heather, and who else was that? Was kind of a whole cast of characters.
Oh
there.
man, yeah. Actually, it was a really good group, and then let's see, Dave and Josh ended up getting into other bands and stuff. So I replaced Dave, and Justin Hall replaced. Is that right?
Josh Wrong.
Yes. It gets a little fuzzy whenever I'm talking about Roadkill.
Yeah, well,
It's
as it should,
too
perhaps.
much cake, too much cake.
Yeah. Cake. Exactly. All right. So, but from
Too much cake.
Yeah, I've never heard somebody make that effect with their mouth before. That's fantastic.
people are like, that's not his mouth. They're like
Yeah.
just covering,
He's
they're
got a
just covering
soundboard
up
over
for
there.
it.
He's hitting samples.
Right.
Yeah.
Leave it to the sober guy.
Right?
Yeah.
That's awesome. All right. So, St. Louis, born and raised, though, before you moved here?
Yeah.
All right. What about music background?
Played from 1979 till 2010, like over 300 a year.
Yeah, but I mean, like, how'd you learn? I mean, did you grow up with musicians in the family?
No,
or are
no,
you? I
no,
mean,
no.
were you trained with
No.
lessons? Or you self-taught? Or
Yeah, it was just literally 6 months after I got my first bass, I was playing 300 nights a year. So it was just immediately
really
thrown into it.
with another band? Or?
Yeah, they were old guys. They were all like 28. They were old guys. I was 13.
Wow. No kidding. And so you went on the road pretty much, or you did?
I have been on the road, but most of it was just around St. Louis.
Right. But doing
playing.
300 shows a year.
Yeah.
Damn.
And then like play 9 to 1 in the St. Louis area, and then go play 3 to 7 in the morning in East St. Louis.
Oh my God. What kind of gigs were you doing in the morning?
Man.
Come on, man.
Okay, so we you really want this
Oh,
story?
yeah. You got to hear it.
Okay,
Yeah.
I gotta figure out how I can say this on air.
I'm thinking a gospel church or something.
No.
Sunday service, as it were.
I'm sure there were preachers there.
All right, so we got some sort of speakeasy going on in the 3
Yes.
the 3 in the morning or something.
Yeah, it was pretty
Yeah, a little raunchy scene. I like it.
very, very raunchy.
Very East St. Louis.
Yeah. And
Oh, come on. That place gets a bad rap. It's pretty nice over there.
Yeah.
Sure, bro.
Yeah.
There's a lot of nice industry there. but
And outistry.
And industry.
Yep. All right, so you come.
Just leave the money on the dresser. Thank you.
Please appreciate it. You look like you got something. Let me see it.
Show me state.
Show me the money, right? Or you ain't getting out of here. That's the price of admission and the price of departure. All right. So, why'd you come to Columbia? Just for kicks, or?
No. It had just got to be too much with the crime and everything, and I was like, I was done.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, you enjoy it here though.
now I'm just living in a sleepy little town.
Yeah, playing music down by the river.
Yeah, down by the river.
Right. All right, cool. All right, how'd you meet? Okay, so when you came here, though, when you got involved with Roadkill, how'd you come across those guys? How'd you guys eventually meet?
Yeah, I don't think statute of limitations is up yet, so I better not really. It was through meeting Dino,
All right,
meeting Dave and Dino.
just serendipitous, though. I mean, just ran into them somehow.
Man, it's a pretty small town.
That's true enough. And if you're a
I think
musician, if you're out,
the first time I met you, you were playing solo at Rose, and I was running sound, and we had a lengthy conversation about this particular microphone you liked on your acoustic that you brought with you. And I was like, oh, okay. And then,
Whatever, dude.
yeah, it was nice. It was just one of those where it was like, okay, this guy's different than all the other solo acoustics that I've ran, so
Different as in lower IQ.
yeah. All right. So, and then Jordan, you've been on the program before, but for people who are unfamiliar, a little bit
Yeah.
about your own background.
I was born and raised in St. Louis alongside this bucket of chuckles over here. But I came down here for college, and I actually met Johnny on a job site. We were painting a house with, I was working for another local musician, Sam, and we were painting the exterior of a house, and it was me and Johnny and a motley crew of ragamuffins with paintbrushes in the summer. And about the moment I met Johnny, it was sort of a love story. And I think I bugged him for like 3.5 years, 4 years, a message every day, a letter every month, an email every 2 weeks. Flowers, greeting cards, Christmas cards, funeral cards sometimes. Just anything I could say to like, can you put a band together? Can you please put a band together? We should be in it. What if you put a band together? And then finally, the guy gives me a Facebook message.
Hey, you want to put a band together?
You want to put a band together?
That's awesome. All right, and then Justin, you come into the mix somehow. All right, this is the first time you've been here on the program with me. So, or am I?
I think I was with Enzo some years back.
All right. It's been a bit though, so people probably aren't that familiar. A little bit about your background and all that.
From Columbia, right here in town. Grew up playing all the local venues.
Drummer by training or by ear?
Did,
or
default.
School band all the
you only
way
got to
through.
fit the drum kit.
Yeah. Yeah, I decided I didn't want to have to worry about what key the song was in anymore. So I just, it's like, no, I'm gonna do this, I think. But no, did that went all the way through college. Played on Mizzou's drum line.
Nice, really. That had to be a blast.
It's a good time. I enjoyed playing at the basketball games a lot because it's unamplified in a stadium, and you just get to play ridiculous fills the whole time.
You were on a drum line?
Once.
Well, I did lines on a drum, but I never was in a drum line.
I hear they're similar.
Well, they can be.
It'll leave you broke.
Yeah, exactly.
Broken drum, broken heart, broken everything.
That's the basis for most of our music.
Hey, there you go. That's why we sing the blues.
Good
right?
songwriting material.
I just had a flashback to The Simpsons. And I probably told this story on air years ago, but it's been long enough that I'll repeat it. One of my favorite Simpsons episodes involves Lisa Simpson playing the saxophone, and all of her family members are all upset because they don't like her playing at all, and she's driving them crazy, and they don't think it sounds very good. And so she's always trying to find a place to play, but they're always telling her to shut up. Well, anyway, in the meantime, there's this guy whose name is Bleeding Gums Murphy, and he's a saxophone player, a blues player from Springfield, and he's sitting out on the bridge playing the saxophone one night, and Lisa hears the serenade song of Bleeding Gums saxophone, and she follows the sound, and she ends up in the middle of the night sitting on the bridge with Bleeding Gums Murphy, and he's teaching her about the blues.
He becomes her mentor, I think.
Yeah, and he asked her why she's so sad. She says, and he says, something about she asked him what the blues is, and he said, well, people don't understand. He said, the blues ain't about making other people feel better. The blues is about making other people feel worse. Anyway, so I really kind of screwed that up at the end, but anyway, you get the point.
Yeah.
Anyway, good blues music is from the heart, certainly.
Let's
So
get back to some music.
yeah, let's do that. Thank you, Kurt.
Yeah, we'd love to make you feel worse.
All right, let's do it. We're
On that note, let's
we're feeling worse this afternoon. Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia,
Open G, right?
89.5. Open G string. Oh wait,
I'm sorry, you're
hey Jordan, I'm gonna have you turn your bass down just a little bit. Your amp actually,
Okay.
just or on your machine there, whatever. Just take it down a little bit, and then. Yeah, we'll keep that. That works good for your vocals, and that one there is excellent. And you're great on the drums. All right, it's Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia, 89.5 FM. We're about 4:45 in the afternoon. Hope you're enjoying the day and enjoying the weekend. We got Fox Deluxe with us in the studio this afternoon. They're going to play another one for us. What do you got, John?
This is a song called Canadian Wind.
Are these mostly original songs?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
okay, Canadian Wind. I think you played this at my place a few weeks ago. Yeah. Excellent.
We made it.
Yeah. All right.
At your birthday party.
Yeah, that's right. The birthday I never knew I had. All right. Once again, Fox Deluxe, KOPN Columbia. Let's do it, guys.
Charlie, I tried to call you, but the lines ain't good up here. I'm working 7 days a week down in the mine. as it ain't so cold.
I'm out of tune with you. Let's start over.
You out of tune?
I'm so sorry. I'm the amateur hour over here. Okay.
All right, here we go.
I forgot I had this thing in drop D for a punk rehearsal. I tried to tune it on the fly.
Is that why your nails are painted?
Yeah.
Drop D,
It's
baby.
Halloween.
You had to dress up for Halloween.
All right.
Drop D. That sounds like a porn movie or something. Dude. All right.
Charlie, I tried to call you, but the lines ain't good up here. And I'm working 7 days a week down in the mine. As soon as it ain't so cold, the house has gotta get bulldozed since it burned nearly to the ground after Christmas. And I don't mean to complain, but it's hard enough just the same. Brother, I never thought, through the hard times that I fought, that I'd watch it all blow away in the Canadian wind. Surely I can't remember nor the last time Vera smiled. Well, as sick as she is, it's a wonder she's still alive. They poison her in her veins, but the cancer don't hardly change, and I can't seem to make my mind up which one's worse. But I don't mean to complain, and it's hard enough just the same. Brother, I never thought, through the hard times that I fought, that I'd watch it all blow away in the Canadian wind. Charlie, I gotta tell you, no, things ain't good up here. It ain't nothing like the times back when we was kids. Yeah, ice fishing through the night, drinking whiskey and telling lies. Oh, what I would give for just some peace of mind. But I don't mean to complain, and it's hard enough just the same. Brother, I never thought, through the hard times that I fought, that I'd watch it all blow away in the Canadian wind. Brother, I never thought, through the hard times that I fought. No, brother, I never thought, through the hard times that I fought. Oh, brother, I never thought, through the hard times that I fought, that I'd watch it all blow away. That I'd watch it all blow away in the Canadian wind.
Great song. All right, let's talk about songwriting a little bit.
Okay.
First of all, that one, is that an old song, a new song, recent song?
It's within the last, year
Okay.
or two,
All
year
right.
and a half.
Are you
You all writing together or independently and then bringing it to the project, or?
It's sort of been a mix, but most of these are songs that Johnny's had sort of in his back pocket, and then when he brings them to the group, we sort of play through them, and sort of it's kind of like putting on that like a jacket. We just kind of figure out how it fits us, and and then we just kind of work it until it's sort of a group thing. Most of them are pretty close to the way Johnny played them originally. We might extend a part here so that Johnny can go off on a solo, or hammer a part here. But the bare bones of it is pretty much a Johnny written thing. We've done some writing together, but the majority has been the other way.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Do you are the songs that you play with the band, John? Are they also songs that you would play on a solo show, or is it completely different material?
Some of them I do, but since we started putting the band together, I've been trying to kind of not play those when I play solo and keep them separated.
The Offspring. You should do a cover of that.
Yeah, that's right up our alley.
Right. All right. Are you a prolific songwriter? Do you write a lot, or you just, or tell me a little bit about how a song comes into being the way that you do it?
I don't know if I would say I'm prolific. Maybe pathetic, but I'm not necessarily. I'm a pathetic songwriter.
This guy has more self-deprecating humor jokes than
He
I've
is.
ever heard in my life.
It's just beating everybody else to the punch.
Yeah.
That's, interestingly enough, very, very. Most talented people tend to be like that. It's really interesting how that happens.
I think it comes out of just.
You're speaking from experience.
No, I mean, I never talk crap about myself. I think I'm the greatest thing that ever happened. No, actually, that's not true. But at any rate, yes.
That's funny. I have a little bit of a story. So I have a little bit of a chaos bone to throw you today.
That's a great name for a band, Chaos Bone.
Oh yeah, it is, man. You called it first. Now you got to make a band.
All right, there it is. All right,
Yeah.
add that to the list.
Them's the
Kurt.
rules.
Show me your chaos bone.
Oh man, but yeah. So in the
It ain't by your funny bone, I'll tell you that much.
well, it might be. It's kind of funny anyway, but
Usually ends up getting you in trouble.
Right by the trouble bone.
Getting kicked out of a place.
well, so we as members of the scene, I feel like Columbia also has. We just have like famous bartenders around in every place. I feel like everybody that works at Clicks and the Social Room and Tellers and a bunch of my other favorite dive haunts are almost at like, I think they might be more popular and might be cooler than all the musicians I've ever met in my entire life. But yeah, so I planned this thing. And I realized that I don't know how many of the listeners out there know that Joff has been a long-standing bartender at
Over at
Tellers.
Tellers, sure.
Yeah. So I gathered all. I bought like.
He looks
80
like Sting, by the way.
Yeah, dude. The older he gets, the more Sting it is, for sure. But I bought like $80 worth of white T-shirts, and I have like a bunch of these temporary tattoo sleeves. So I stashed them all in Teller's office. So for today, before Halloween, when he comes in to clock on at 5, there's a Halloween surprise of like we're trying to make it a Where's Waldo of Joff. So he walks in and everybody's in white V-necks and tattoo sleeves.
Nice.
So at like 4:57, since we're a block away, I'm gonna sprint down there, do the Where's Waldo, and then like pop right back up, leave Justin and Johnny to talk for like 2 seconds.
That's awesome.
But yeah, it was. We got the idea, and it was like we have to. Like I already have all these. I got. You ever buy yourself a present on Amazon when you're had a few too many beers and it shows up and it's like Christmas for yourself?
Forgot you ordered the thing, exactly.
Santa's around the block.
Remember making the purchase?
Yeah, so I did that with all these temporary tattoo sleeves, and I was like, well, this is the perfect reason to use them. And you just go to Walmart and buy a bunch of white V-necks and just stash them in the office for people to pop on.
That's fantastic.
Money well spent.
It was-
And if you know Joffrey, don't tell him.
whoop. That was my. By the way,
We're all looking at our phone. We don't know which one of us it was. That's I'm like, all right, I gotta turn mine
I
off.
know it wasn't mine.
Oh, I should actually look at my text messages more often. Oh, we got plenty of folks out there saying hello, by the way, gentlemen.
Both of them.
Hey, hello.
Both of them.
We got 5 guys in here. We got 2 gentlemen.
Tell Justin he owes me $30.
Hey, tell him to stay there. I know where he is.
Sending Mike texts when we're at the show.
Justin Hickerson, by the way, he may stop down if I know him. Anyway,
Nice.
all right, let's talk about. We were talking. Forget about songwriting. We had enough of that. When are you guys playing again?
We got a gig the 24th of November, day before, right? It's the
Yes,
day
that's
before
right.
Thanksgiving. We're playing at the Dive Bar.
Nice.
Which has been, I actually haven't played there since they've sort of revamped it, and yeah, this will be my first dive bar gig. I've heard good things.
Yeah, they've done quite a job down there, actually.
Yeah, I've seen it. I just haven't played there.
Looking forward to it, and heard the food is fantastic. So
that was a surprise too. Whoever took over that place, they really upped the food.
Social media
performance.
presence too. Like I remember there was like a couple months where it was just every day I was seeing more stuff from Dive Bar, and it was all marketed really well and looked really good. And
Well, I think I'll mention that tonight, as a matter of fact, at the dive bar, they're having their Halloween party, and it's the Cosmic Riders. So that's our friends JT and the
Ty
gang.
and JT.
Far
and-
out.
Right, so that'll be a lot of fun
Dennis,
tonight
yeah.
at the dive bar.
Yeah, if you're free tonight, go there or go to the Blue Note. There's a bunch of
I really should. I'm gonna sample that when I get a copy of this show, so I can start.
understand how he does it.
I'm gonna start to use that during the show. That's fantastic. It sounds better than the real thing.
Do you just like
Cosmic Riders, dude.
yeah,
do you just breathe in and hold your tongue to the side of your? What?
It's a skill. You know,
Oh, my
everybody's
God.
got to have a skill.
must have played the trumpet in earlier life or something. Right? That's the only way you can do that stuff,
Only because I needed the money.
right?
Wait, you want to hit one more before I pop down, pop back?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
We're a blues band, so all our songs are like 3-4 minutes.
Fine with me. All right,
what,
we've got.
what do you want to do?
Well, if it's something in standard, whatever you got.
Doesn't matter.
All right, we got. What do we got? We got 5 o'clock almost. So we're gonna get one more here real quick from Jordan and Johnny. Come on, man, we're doing it.
Okay.
And I just want to say you're listening to Open Mic Radio. It's KOPN Columbia, 89.5 FM. We're on the web at kopn.org. When we come back, we'll talk about some of the other things that are happening around town tonight and over the next few days. All right?
You're
Okay.
listening to Fox Deluxe.
Fox Deluxe, exactly, on Open Mic Radio. Here we go.
It's the Deluxe. It's open mic, right? It was like stuff happens on open mic. Yeah, well, I used to wear some fine tailor clothes, and I would drink corn whiskey and powder a nose. I'm from a loose women under 10 last names. It never bothered me, all that man playing games. I take it high, I take it low, honey, ain't it a shame? Oh, well, I can't see with the headlights out. Turn up the radio with that bass too loud. Kissing, cousin, kissing, cut up razor cans. Got to keep kept up on eluding the man. I take it high, I take it low, honey, ain't it a shame? Times are getting tough, time to tighten your belt. Can't play a card with the hand I'm dealt. Well, how in the world can a poor boy win? Whenever it's shine, I take on the chin. Honey, ain't it a shame? Tighten your belt. Can't play a card with the hand I'm dealt. Well, how in the world can this poor boy win? Whenever it's shot, I take on the chin. Ooh, ain't it a shame? I said I no home I'm bound or a place to go. I just keep juking down that dusty old road. Bye-bye, baby, damn, loosen your grip. You don't take no wooden nickels, keep a stiff upper lip. I take it high, take it low, honey, ain't it a shame? Said times are getting tough, time to tighten your belt. Can't play a card with the hand I'm dealt. Well, how in the world can this poor boy win? Whenever it's shot, I take on the chin. Whoa, ain't it a shame? Honey, ain't it a shame? Baby, ain't it a shame? Lord, ain't it a shame?
All right. All right, it's a shame we got to say goodbye to Jordan for a few minutes here, but we'll catch him
just
on the
gonna be
flip
two.
side. tell Joff we said hello here down at KOPN
Yeah, it's
and the
fun.
rest of the crew down there at Tellers. I know it's a great gang down there. So, my favorite margarita in town, by the way, and it doesn't matter which bartender is working at Tellers, it's always the best margarita that you can get. Oh, yeah. And that's just a personal opinion, but hey.
5 minutes, boys.
All right. Justin, how long have you been playing the drums? When did you start playing? Were you a young kid or?
Yeah, I started in like the summer after 4th grade band. Although if you ask my folks, my first drum was like my mom's she had this sewing tin, and had a drummer friend of my grandfather's give me a pair of sticks and totally caved in and just demolished the lid on that sewing tin. So
it's like John Bonham style.
Yeah, and so I had the one cabinet as like a toddler I was allowed to get in. It had all the pots and pans and wooden spoons, and that was my first drum set. So, but then took piano lessons for a long time, accordion for a long time, and then in summer after 4th grade decided I wanted to play the drums. Started doing concert band stuff there. And
then we know you went on to Mizzou eventually, and so you actually went to school at Mizzou. Obviously, you must have, in
went
order
to
to play in
school
the
there.
band.
Ended up working there for a while as well. So
Doing what?
Technical event production. So
you became a sound guy as well, or an engineer, all that.
Yeah.
How did that happen?
So I was lucky enough growing up to be in a band with Zach Barkley, whose dad is Bruce from Primitive Soul, and they had Mansion Studio.
Yeah.
Luckily, that was kind of right in my folks' neck of the woods, and so we would get off of the school bus and go jam over there. And Bruce and Adam both were phenomenal. They put up with all my questions about what's that do? What's this thing do?
Isn't it amazing being in a studio like that for like the first time?
Oh, yeah.
It's like,
And,
oh my gosh.
And, just having seen it before, but being the youngster, that's curious about all of it, and having them take the time to show me was always great, too. So
that's awesome.
Kind of that planted the seed, and then it was a nice tool for development, too, because you could hear back the things you played. And at that point in time, not everyone had the capability of doing that on their phone or anything.
Right.
And so
it was quite a complicated thing, actually.
Yeah, and so, but it's been cool to see how that place went from, a little tiny interface on a desk to, awesome studio that it is. But, yeah. You mentioned the technology. It really is amazing. Like analog compared, like the trouble that it used to take just to cut and
people
edit
talk
things.
about, oh man, I miss that warmth, man, and far out of analog, and like tape, and it's like, man, you never had to sit and splice tape for 8 hours
That's
a day.
right.
Right, exactly.
That's exactly right. Okay, so John, you have a lot of recorded material. I don't think the band actually has anything recorded, at least that's released, at least. Maybe correct me if I'm wrong, but I know you have some individual solo material that's on available to people on streaming platforms like Spotify, etc. Do you have plans? Well, okay, 2 questions. How did you go about recording the material that you've already recorded? And secondly, does the band have plans to make a record or do some recording of some sort?
Second question first. Yes, we do.
Okay.
We plan on doing recording. And then the first question, all that stuff I've recorded myself.
Really?
So I've got a little, thanks to technology over there, I'm able to record whenever I want, however I want, for the last 20 years now. So I've got a ton of.
You have a home setup of some sort.
Oh yeah.
Can you share how you do it? Honestly, people care. Like people are interested, like how you do it. Or is it?
It could be any platform. I've had Pro Tools, GarageBand, Ableton Live. It doesn't, to me, I don't care.
So that's just the computer side of it or whatever. But you have a little room though, or a little studio in your house or something.
I live in a cabin on a 100-acre.
Man, that was fast. Jeez, Jordan.
Yeah, that's what they all say.
It's the girl.
I was from St. Louis.
It's a STL thing.
Yeah. By the way, he says he lives in a cabin. Don't let him lie. It's a chicken coop.
It was a chicken coop at one point.
It's modified chicken.
That's right.
Upgrade.
It's a tiny home now.
It's very in this.
He saw it on Pinterest.
I thought it'd be a great idea. You know, I saw it on Pinterest, and I thought, you know, I think I'm going to go ahead and paint everything myself. And
Yeah, I made this recording studio out of a pallet I found.
I decorated it all with that barnyard twine. I have so many mason jars.
I can my own food, you know.
Okay.
from farm to famine, and
Oh gosh, let's hope not. All right. So we're talking about recording, and John was saying a little bit about how he does his your personal stuff at home.
Yeah.
But let's talk about do you actually have a plan for the band? Is there do you have a song list or an idea that you want to do for a record?
if there's a
or-
plan, I'll let these guys.
We have a couple of them that are on our short list to get captured. We have the capability to capture during rehearsal and stuff like that, so we've kind of yet to decide where exactly we're gonna do the final takes of these things. But we have some stuff where it's some rough tracks that we can then work from.
Where do you rehearse?
Over at Mr. Tucker's place here.
All right.
Mr. Tucker's place is a fine establishment for getting your band up and ready.
Oh man. But we've been. Jesus Christ. We've been there for a couple years now. It's just sort of central for Justin and I. I've driven out to Johnny's farm, or the farm that Johnny lives on. A couple
I
different
don't
times.
own it, that's for sure.
He does enough work on it, but
He rents the chicken coop. We already established that.
it is just a really nice chicken coop. But I've driven out there a few times to just go over some guitar bass parts. But generally, it's a central location, and I've got a nice PA set up so that we can just kind of plug and play and make it all easy for everybody.
And you can record right there as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, Justin is sound man extraordinaire.
That makes sense,
and
right?
Between all the microphone collecting that Johnny's done over the years in mason jars, has between the two of them, we have more than enough to pull it off. We've been, I think, since end of summer when we fully got all the dust blown off. We were focused mostly on playing some gigs and getting out. And now that we're down in the slow months, that seems to be, I think it's going to be the next thing.
Nice
Yeah.
thing.
Well, see, the band originally formed and then COVID hit.
Huh.
And so, one gig in and then no shows for anybody.
Right.
And so that was
Amazing.
kind of it was a good period for doing some songwriting. But it's one of those where when we were first trying to navigate that too, it's well, are we allowed to be in a room? We don't live how bad is this thing? gonna
Exactly.
get?
Nobody knew exactly what was going on. Yeah.
And so now that a lot of those restrictions and things have been lifted, it's been nice to have the opportunity to go play shows and stuff again.
Well
So
said.
it's,
Absolutely, I agree. And for you as performers, and for us as your fans as well. Honestly, it was rough not to be able to go see any live music for a long time. And I know I'm certainly more difficult for musicians and certainly touring musicians. My gosh,
It hurt.
That had to be really, really difficult. So, hey John, tell me a little bit about influences. Who were your favorite players, singers, etc., bands when you were kind of getting your style?
Everything you could listen to, but mainly a lot of the old blues guys in St. Louis. They were it, man.
St. Louis has a remarkable blues history. I think a lot of people
it's
think
unreal.
more about the South and Mississippi and this, and I guess a lot of it originates there. But St. Louis certainly has a great blues background. Some of your favorites from there? I know a guy named Al Jolly. I don't know if you're familiar with Al.
Yeah.
He comes. I think he's still in St. Louis, but he comes into town once in a while, and I always like to go see him play. He's an interesting.
Yeah.
His style is very, very, very cool. But he kind of reminds us of one of these old blues guys from St. Louis, although he's probably second, third generation from the people you're talking about.
Well, starting with Henry Townsend, he was an original cat,
I don't know anything about him. Tell us
Robert
about
Johnson slept on his couch, they
Gets it honest.
Yeah, so that's the beginning, So from there, everybody. There's just a million of them. Oliver Sane, Johnny Johnson, Johnny Be Good, Johnny Johnson,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
good Lord, I could go on and on.
Is that
And then later on, it was like Eric McSpadden, Rondo from Rondo's Blues Deluxe. He was a big one. That guy was really, really good to me, and I miss him a ton. But yeah, that guy really took me under his wing.
very cool?
Yeah.
Hey, someone, if you're calling on the studio line 5676, I can't pick that up. But if you want to call and say hi, or if there's something going on tonight that you'd like to share with us, 573-443-8255, and we'll get you on the air here. Okay, that's 443-8255 if you want to get in to this exciting conversation. Is that scene still happening? I mean, is there still a pretty decent blues scene in St. Louis if you're looking for it?
Yeah, sure. But a lot of the older guys they've passed on.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like McSpadden is still around, Eric McSpadden. And then there's a whole like new generation with Marquise Knox. He's unbelievable.
Really? I never heard the name.
Man, look him up.
Uh-huh.
Everybody out there on
Marquise
the radio.
Knox.
Marquise Knox.
All right.
He's a next generation blues cat. He's just
Excellent.
he's
Huh?
killer, man.
All right.
And if you're in St. Louis and have some time to kill, the Blues Museum there is
right.
amazing. They do some amazing things for the community up there too.
Really?
Foster some youth singer-songwriter courses and things like that. So
Hey, I wanted to talk to you, actually, speaking of youth involvement. You, I think, were involved with Darkroom for a while, weren't you? Or are you involved with some sort of student program here in town?
yeah, so
And this is Justin we're talking to on the drums, by the way.
Darkroom Records is a program that got started by some of my friends that I grew up playing in bands with, going to school, other musicians. The basic premise was to get studios in the high schools, so to give the high school students the chance to record, kind of help the music programs there get into this 20th century, essentially.
All right, cool. Hey, we're going to switch gears for a second and take a phone call here, and hopefully we don't stumble.
Yeah, I'm calling to find out if Jordan. I'm Jordan's lawyer.
Actually, who's this? Hi, it's Open Mic Radio. How are you? I'm talking to you on the phone there. Hi. Hello.
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 Hello?
Hello. Hi.
Me?
Yes, you, baby. It's Open Mic Radio. Who's this?
I'm also Jordan's lawyer.
That's Taylor.
Tell him to stop talking immediately. Yeah.
It's too late now, Bess.
Shut up, baby. I got your bail.
No kidding. That girl has bailed me out of jail a few.
And she's been the reason he's been in jail a couple of times.
Well, usually the way you get in is the way you get out.
The old in and out. Yeah, I know.
All right. Well, how you doing this afternoon?
That's Taylor.
I'm
Oh,
good.
oh, is it Taylor Hornberg?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. Should I have said your last name?
No, that's fine.
Hi,
Not
Tay.
me.
How are you? I feel like it's been way too
I'm
long
good.
since I've seen you.
Yeah, I fucking miss you, man.
You're gonna cost me my job now.
Hey, now you're gonna need that lawyer.
Anyway, what you
All
got?
right.
What you got going this afternoon, this evening?
Tonight I'm going to dress up like a man-eater and go to a show.
Appropriately. All right.
Yes.
Where's the show?
I'm in Oregon. And it's on
Oregon?
a mountain. Yeah.
Wow. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I hope you have a great time. I'm sure you will.
A man
Thank
eater
you.
in Oregon.
Yes.
Wow.
Taylor, it is good. It is good to hear your
All right,
voice.
tell Jordan to stop talking and play music.
All right,
Yes, ma'am.
As your attorney, I advise you.
Taylor. We all
I love
want
you guys. Bye.
we all want a picture later.
I love you.
Goodbye.
I very much.
It's gonna cost you.
I should have known from the moment we picked up Taylor Hornberg's phone call. PG-13 is not in that girl's vocabulary.
Yeah, we just blasted right through the R rating there, and
Man.
well, apologize for that, but no, I don't. Okay,
Yeah.
so
Rock and roll, baby.
we are going to have another one. Taylor wants a song. We're going to give her a song. right.
Which one do you want to do?
Still standard.
I could go to. I'm bicycle. I can go both ways.
Let's do some of our ED stuff.
You want to do some D?
Yeah, let's do South on 7.
South.
Yeah, let's do South.
All right, cool. Kurt, maybe you can help us with those microphones again.
Yeah, thank you, Kurt.
All right, awesome.
The many octopus arms, Kurt.
All right, Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia, 89.5 FM. Hello to our good friend Taylor out there in Oregon and anybody else who might be joining us from afar. Pleasure to have you all with us today. I'm glad you listened. Hope you're having a good time. Lovely weekend. We've got Johnny Fox and Fox Deluxe in the studio with us this afternoon, playing some music, having some fun, and yeah, we're going to do it again. What do you got, John?
This is called South on 7th Street. I wrote a song about it. Want to hear it? Here
Very
it
good.
goes.
Let's do it.
Than me today. Time keeps slipping away, and all the people that I once knew, some passed by and some cut through. Most I can't remember the names, but I heard a couple of them found fortune and fame. And as for me, I just drink my wine. Ask me why I come, and I'll tell you why. I said 1, you know I'm broken down. 2, my woman put me out. 3, I got nowhere to sleep. I said, well, damn, won't someone buy a drink for me? Tell you live your life with no rhyme or reason, 'cause you only get on it one time on this ride. You got to live your life with no rhyme or reason. Yeah, 'cause soon enough you'll be more just like me, forever looking backwards south on 7th Street. Well, it was midnight or so it seemed, like a perfect time for me to do a little walking. I had a couple of things on my mind, an answer I needed to find, but too much for talking. Well, I was headed south down on 7th Street, past the scrapyard bins in the factory, when a bottle of wine made sense to me. Yeah. I didn't even get down to halfway through when some broken down, penniless, homeless fool walked up to me. He said, I know what you need is a drinking buddy. And Jordan Tucker, that's me. He said, pass that jug, boy, don't be shy. Ask me why I come and I'll tell you why. I said, 1, you know I'm broken down. 2, my woman put me out. 3, I got nowhere to sleep. I said, well, damn, won't someone buy a drink for me? I said to live your life with no rhyme or reason, because you only get on it one time on this ride. You got to live your life with no rhyme or reason. Yeah, 'cause soon enough you'll be boy just like me, forever looking backwards south on down on 7th Street. Oh, on 7th Street. Said to live your life with no rhyme or reason. Baby, live your life with no rhyme or reason. Got to live your life with no rhyme or reason. Baby, live your life with no rhyme or reason.
Yeah. Great song. Wow. All right. Oldie, newie, in between?
That one's old.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it referring to an actual location in St. Louis? Or?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. All right.
Back many moons ago, this is back when I used to rent from Moses. Never mind. Yeah, it's from a real street.
He was a bitch about contracts, I've heard.
Yeah, I had to have them written down in stone. All the rules.
Where's the rim shot, man? All right. Anyway, great song. All right, so at least a few years old, huh?
Yeah.
10, 20?
Yeah, right around here somewhere.
All right, okay. All right, you're listening to it here. It's Fox Deluxe in the studio with us this afternoon. We're enjoying ourselves. I hope you are as well. We've got Jordan and Johnny and Justin with us. Justin, I didn't want to cut us off with regard to Darkroom because I think that's such a cool project. So quickly back to that a little bit, all right?
Yeah, so now there are studios in all 3 high schools.
It started at Rockbridge, is that correct?
I believe originally over at Hickman.
Was it Hickman
Rockbridge,
originally? Okay.
And then Battle.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, Jordan and David and everybody that's associated with that group, it's been awesome to see it grow. And then a few years back, the Boys and Girls Club also put in a studio as part of their grant process, and it's an incredible resource. The idea behind it was to drive older members to stay around because they see a lot of the young kids go through their program, and then as soon as they hit that 12, 13, it's maybe not as cool to go. Mm-hmm. So there is a full Pro Tools capable studio there with a remote booth and everything.
Really?
And one of the things that surprised me with that was the kids that came in, that a lot of them there maybe didn't have a formal music education, so we started working with them on iPad with GarageBand. You'd show them that program, and within 2-3 days, they were showing me stuff.
Really? Isn't it amazing?
Oh, no, you just do it this way. And it's just like, I've worked on this for 5 years.
I never knew
do
that. Amazing.
But it was cool to see. One of my surprising things was to see the groups that really started digging into songwriting. And it was a lot of the younger young ladies that are at Boys and Girls Club, and they really dug in, and we had some really, really cool songs come out of that, and kind of seeing them go from that timid, very shy person in a vocal booth for the first time to, well, I've been working on this at home, I've got it all written down, let's go. Wow. In the span of a couple weeks was really cool.
Amazing. All right, we are going to say hello once again, to one of our listeners. Hello, welcome to Open Mic Radio. Who's this?
Hello.
Hello. Hello. All right, call me back if you like. Okay. Well, it's a great project, and I'm glad that they did it, and like you said, that it actually has grown into its own thing now, and really is sort of thriving. There are a number of younger folks that I've had here in the studio with me that actually have kind of come from that. There's a young lady actually who's playing this evening over at Cooper's Landing. Her name is Effie Lillig, and she's just the loveliest thing. I mean, her voice is just beautiful, and she's really talented songwriter, and playing the guitar now much better than she was a few years ago. And anyway, just really great. You know, Kyron Penrose, another guy. He's a Hickman guy, but he came out of that program. They're all playing tonight at Cooper's. And in fact, Self Hug, which is a young punk band that's kind of, they were actually here with me a couple weeks ago, and that's Rachel Kelly, who was from, I mean, she was playing in this band Violence of the Violets like 3 or 4 years ago. I don't think she was maybe 13 years old or something.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it's awesome to see these. Yeah, grab that mic, Jordan. Yeah, it's great to see the young people really, really engage in it. And, you know, that brings me to a question about the scene in general, about how the interaction between people who are a little bit more established, like you guys, and the younger folks coming up. What's it like being out there playing? And, I mean, is there a lot of support, interaction? No, I feel like there must be.
I've certainly found that at least, I mean, I suppose I live in Columbia, so I can't speak to many other places and scenes, but went from David doing all the darkroom stuff and Violet and Phil Sean doing
Phil.
all the Compass music stuff.
Oh, and the camps that they've done are just
I feel
amazing.
like this is got to be one of the most supportive scenes that I've ever heard of. At least I haven't as many interactions as I have with other traveling musicians and whatnot. I feel like certainly they're not closing out bars with us yet, but give them a few years, I'm sure I'll run into more of them outside of just camps and stuff. But
right.
Justin, didn't you have wasn't one of David's kids out around? It was the Pedwars Jamboree that you were running sound for, right?
Another great annual event that we have here in mid-Missouri.
Yeah, it's so I was running sound out there on Sunday morning, and I noticed this
in Boonville or somewhere along the trailer.
This was at Cooper's, and noticed a kid standing there, kind of doing what I used to do when I was about that age, and staring. And just kind of like, "Hey, how's it going? Hey, I work with Darkroom," and then. So yeah, come on over. I'll show you. Because he was asking the same questions I used to bug Adam and Bruce and Dylan and Jared. all those guys with.
Right.
What's that do? How's But he already had a way better understanding of it. From the experience there. In fact, one of the folks that was kind of the first ones through that program, as far as the recording side of it, she is just about to finish up her last year at Belmont for audio engineering.
Really?
So
who's that?
Her name's Maddie.
Maddie Harmon.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Yeah. She can play the bass too.
Oh. Don't bring her back. Stay out of town, Maddie. I'm trying to eat here.
Yeah, you don't.
All these young kids going to come up and steal your money.
Jobs.
There's there are a lot of great musicians in town, a lot of great drummers, a lot of great bass players. Jordan, you're one of my favorite bass players, and I love Brock Johnson, of course. And we lost a great bass player very recently. Alan Loshbaugh, awesome musician and a really good man. So, but there's plenty of folks to step up and step in, and that's the way it's supposed to be. So
I don't know, man. Alan had some pretty big shoes.
Well, that's all right. It's okay. We like to set the bar high, and that makes people perform a little bit. Really think about it at least. So anyway, we do miss Alan, and it's great that we're involved in such a great scene here. We're lucky that we have the musicians and the support for the music scene that we get around here in Columbia and in mid-Missouri in general. So anyway, awesome stuff. Let me say something really fast, and then maybe you guys will play another one. I have to mention that this program is brought to you by listener support and a donation from Quantum Wireless Services. Serving mid-Missouri since 2012, Quantum Wireless Internet provides internet, television, and phone services to residential and business customers. More information is available at quantumwirelessinternet.com or by calling 573-256-1166. Quantum Wireless Internet, a connection to the digital world. Yeah.
If you order within the next 24 hours, you get this free your supply of knitting needles, and if that's enough, you get this Ginsu knife. It slices and dices.
And a
you can
scrub
teach
daddy.
your kids how to make Chilean fries, alphabet style.
Wow. Where'd
Side
that come?
effects may include
battery sold separately.
All right. Oh my gosh.
Bassomatic.
I love it. The Bassomatic. Let's have a shake. All right. We are here in the studio with Fox Deluxe. It's Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia. Come on in, Kurt. It's been a blast, you guys. I love it. And we've got another 15 minutes or so we'll get at least a couple more out of you guys, right? I'm sure you got a long list of songs you can play for us this afternoon. So we'll get another one from the gentleman here in the studio with us. It's Fox Deluxe, and you're listening to it here, Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia, 89.5 FM, on the web at kopn.org. And also, I don't usually plug the podcast because I'm not much of a marketing person, but I do have a podcast, and if you like this program, you can listen to a bunch of other ones, and if you miss the show, it'll show up like magic in your podcast player every Saturday afternoon or something like that. And there's a bunch of great stuff in the past, including Jordan's probably one of the most frequent guests on the program, even though he's always with a different outfit. Yeah.
He's a musical prostitute.
I never know.
I thought you were just talking about his clothes. He's got a different attire for every band.
But tonight it's just T-shirts and sleeve tattoos. How did it go, by the way? Grab your microphone. Tell us quickly what's happening at Teller's.
Man, there were about 30 people dressed in white t-shirts and sleeves. It was awesome.
I love it.
So fun quick aside about Jordan and his marvelous outfit.
Yeah.
The first time I ever met Jordan, he was wearing glittery tights. And to this day, he is still in my phone as Jordan Glitter Pants.
Fabulous. Fabulous.
I still got the pants.
And he still fits in them, too.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Okay, everyone. It's, once again, Open Mic Radio. Crazy afternoon here and a lot of fun at KOPN. Hope you're enjoying yourselves as much as we are. And we got another one here from Johnny and the gang. This is Fox Deluxe, once again, Open Mic Radio. And my podcast, go get it, right? It's easy to find, I think. I don't know. Wait. All right, what are you going to play, John?
This is a song called Gambling Train.
All right, cool.
I sold my land in Colorado. Yeah, when a mining company bought the bank, they gave me $7,000 to get the hell out of the way. I paid in cash with a one-way ticket on that Iron Horse Red Eye Express with my granddad's pocket watch and suitcase and headed out west. Oh, Lord have mercy, I can't stand the pain of losing my last buffalo nickel on this gambling train. She caught my eye, she was up there dancing, freaking up and doing well. She gave me everything I wanted and I told her that she wore it well. I was on my own, playing blackjack. Oh Lord, and drinking up some bathtub gin. But when that dancer with the Persian kitty cat, nothing but win. Oh Lord have mercy, I can't stand the pain of losing my last buffalo nickel on this gambling train. Going back on 2 days later, you know my luck done went and changed. I went from $7,000 to zero by the time I hit that Frisco Bay. Oh Lord have mercy, I can't stand the pain of losing my last buffalo nickel on this gambling train. Yeah, well, oh Lord have mercy, I can't stand the pain of losing my last buffalo nickel on this gambling train. Of losing my last buffalo nickel on this gambling train. Of losing my last buffalo nickel on this gambling train.
Oh, yeah. Woo. Awesome. I love Buffalo Nickels. I wish they were worth more than. I remember as a kid, my grandfather had this really cool coin collection, and I thought just anything that was old was worth a lot. And I'm like, these buffalo nickels, man, they must be worth a ton. No, they're not. They're worth about a nickel. 5.1 cents, something like that.
That and about $7 will get you a cup of coffee at Starbucks.
Wow. Yeah, that's where we're at now, man. Get you a bong hit too, apparently. Wow. All right. I've got so many samples now that I can do of that.
Man.
That's gonna.
You could probably produce another Sublime album at this point.
Wow. Yeah, I'd like another Sublime album. Actually, that was great. That was good stuff. All right.
Fantastic.
Johnny Fox and Fox Deluxe in the studio with us this afternoon, and let's see. We talked about influence. We didn't talk about influences for you, Jordan. I don't think I've ever asked you that. Who are like your favorite bass players?
Yeah, I've been on your show how many times?
I know.
You just never asked.
Have
me?
I ever asked you that? I probably did. I probably just forget.
Tell me about your under the influence.
Short-term memory loss.
That's a longer list, but I mean, so my dad was a big blues guy and just an audiophile. Like his records are in alphabetical order, and they were all put away pristinely, and that is not how I lived my life for most of my younger days. But he was a big blues guy, and I remember the first song that I ever heard was an old Junior Wells song. It was I can't remember if it was Good Morning Little School Girl or Hootie Man Blues, the way that he just does that, like, bends his voice on that hey thing that he does that only he can do, that every other Hootie Man Blues became, subpar after I heard him do it. But that was what opened me to the blues, and then eventually I stopped hating all of my dad's music in the car and got out of my, like, only Led Zeppelin, only Slipknot, only Metallica, only, I was very black band t-shirt, very shops at Spencer's and Hot Topic for most of my middle school. And then I stared playing the bass.
That's all right.
And,
That's good. You got to hear that stuff. You got to get a feel for that too. There's some great music in there.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Well, I think just like most, I had a lot of people that were really good to me. Like there was a bass teacher and player around St. Louis that played with Javier Mendoza and had his own career, David Carnes, that I was lucky enough to study with. He was an amazing man and person and player. I had a lot of people that were good to me, but really once I picked up the instrument, it was kind of anything, everything that I used to like and only listen to kind of disappeared, and all of a sudden there was everything was good, like everything was good. I started getting into Wayne Hancock, and I never thought I'd like
Wayne the Train, baby.
I'd go from Wayne the Train, and then I'd put in go from that to Wu-Tang, and then go right back to some old James Jamerson stuff or some P-Funk stuff, or it just started going all over the map, and my music sensibilities used to made like the most schizophrenic playlist anybody had ever heard, because it just went all over the map. But anything and everything I could get my hands on that somebody, especially if you were older than me and cooler, I wanted to steal your records and CDs and listen to all of them and, dive into it. But
Justin, what about you on the drum kit? Who do you like?
Man, so many. So I grew up doing like jazz band and all that. So Jazz World, Lewis Nash is one of my favorite jazz drummers. Terry Gully, who's from St. Louis as well, known as Tank up there. He is phenomenal as well. Rock side of things, total tool nut. Danny Carey's
oh my
amazing.
God, that whole band ridiculous.
Yeah, amazing person.
And the production quality. I mean, it's amazing what they. I mean, I don't know. It's just
and then there's a whole host of just phenomenal. You look at the things that, like, I know he's hyped a lot, but Dave Grohl, in fact, he does multi-instrumentalist, but is a really good drummer, but also has really good drummers in his band.
Right. Who was my fave in the rock and roll scene was Jimmy Chamberlain, the guy from the Pumpkins.
Smashing Pumpkins.
He's
huge. I still have the Modern Drummer magazine that he was featured on the cover.
Really?
So, side note with Jimmy, he is now running a music school in Chicago. And it's for underprivileged youth.
Wow,
and it's an
cool.
audition process to get in there, but if they stick with the program all the way through, they'll put them through college, full scholarship.
That's so cool. I had like some sort of weird thought. I mean, years ago, I thought that he died. He had a heroin difficulty for years, and for some reason I thought that he had actually overdosed and died, but he had overdosed. He just didn't die, and I'm so glad that he didn't. He was like he's an amazing drummer. Looks like he got it together now, and he's doing some cool stuff with it.
His left foot is incredible. Like one of the
that's his hi-hat foot.
Yeah, one of the things I really appreciated about his playing was just no matter what other craziness he was doing all the way across the drum kit, that left foot on the hi-hat was like a jazz drummer, because that was his roots. It was just always constant, and didn't matter the tempo, didn't and
it's amazing.
That's something to strive for, because that's hard. It's real hard.
Wow, I love it. I mean, in general, all of you and all of your instruments, and I mean musicians in general, it's just so cool to see people who are really, really skilled at it, and I include all of you among them. It's great to watch you. I had so much fun when you guys were at my place a few weeks ago. We had a party over, kind of a birthday party for me. But Jordan and John were there. Justin had something going on. Are you in any other projects? Are you involved in other projects?
Not currently. Between the day job, picking up occasional sound gigs, and playing with these guys, it keeps me pretty busy.
Keeps you busy. All right. But anyway, for whatever reason, Justin wasn't there, but we had a great time with you two. And I want to thank you again publicly. That was an awesome night. We had a great time.
I mean, thank you for having us. And I don't know. I do this all the time. My life is chaos. I can never keep anything straight. My calendar's ridiculous. But for some reason, it just got into my head that it was your birthday party. So I told everybody we were playing your birthday party. I told Johnny it was your birthday. I think I told Justin it was your birthday. I told Abby. I got to the party, and I think I said happy birthday. I posted an Instagram story. It was like, happy birthday, Mike.
Yeah, I got a lot of birthday wishes that day. It was great.
It was a very merry unbirthday.
Yeah, it was not his birthday in any way.
Now when my real birthday comes, I was going to be like, it's not your birthday. Your birthday is in September.
Is this even you? Did your Facebook get hacked? I don't know.
You're full of...
All right, where are we at? We got time for... Can you do two more?
Oh, we can do two more.
Let's do two more. And then we'll wrap it up here, and we will say thank you to everyone, and we will welcome Rashumba and a reggae party coming from 6 o'clock until 8 o'clock. Great stuff on KOPN for the rest of the night. Blues on Broadway, actually, 8 o'clock until 11. Awesome stuff with Chris. And don't forget, once again, after this program, directly 6 o'clock until 8 o'clock, Rashumba and a reggae party. The best in roots rock and reggae, certainly in mid-Missouri and maybe all around this whole darn country of ours. So anyway, you're listening to it here. It's KOPN Columbia, 89.5 FM. My name is Mike Hagan. This is Open Mic Radio. Find us on the web at kopn.org. Find me on the web at mikehagan.com. It's MikeHagan. All right, we're going to get another couple out of Fox Deluxe here before we say toodaloo. And thanks, everyone, for listening. I'm looking at my little map here. You guys, I can go to a listener map, and I can see like how many people are listening. What if they're listening online? I can't tell on traditional radio, but I can see if they're listening on the internet, and there's a bunch. So, hello to everyone out there. Appreciate y'all listening. Johnny, appreciate you being here.
Thank you. I appreciate being here.
Yeah. All right. Anything you like? Let's do it.
little boom boom, baby. Throw a leg over me like I own it. Throw a leg over like I own it, yeah. Oh, yeah. Kicking up a cloud, all a chicken chicken dying. Never, never, never regret it. Never, never, never regret it. Send me kisses, little boom boom, baby. Throw a leg over me like I own it. Throw a leg over like I own it. Well, it's been a long day, been a hot one too. A little something, something, making something donut. Something, something, making something donut. Throw me kisses, little boom boom, baby. Throw a leg over me like I own it. Throw a leg over like I own it, yeah. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Awesome. That's super cool. What's that?
Boom boom, baby.
I like it. All right, let's not miss a beat. Let's have another one. We got time for one more.
Another one?
All right, another one.
What do you want?
You want to do Rabbit Blood?
Rebel? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, you're listening to Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia. Fox Deluxe in the studio with us this afternoon. Had a bunch of great songs and a lot of fun. Hope you're enjoying it. We're going to get one more out of them before we got to say Guten Tag or good evening or good day or whatever. And
Stay spumante.
Hasta spumante, man. That's a good glass of wine.
That's
All right.
Neapolitan for you.
All right, check us out on the web at kopn.org. And yeah, hope you're enjoying the afternoon. We got one more from Johnny and the gang here. I didn't mention too much about what's happening later tonight, but Mary and the Giant, old band from the day, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're doing a reunion show tonight at Rose. That's 8 o'clock doors, 9 o'clock show. Really quickly at the Blue Note. We've got Highly Suspect and Electric Palace tonight. Tomorrow, Rose, I mentioned Kyron Penrose. He's involved with a new project called the Overdraft Charges. Kyron Penrose and the Overdraft Charges.
But Kyron is down at Cooper's Landing tonight.
Yeah, he's there with Self Hug and with Effie. So, anyway, Catfish Katie's, I don't know what's happening because they don't update their website. And I don't do Facebook. So anyway, if you're at Catfish Katie's, call us. Let us know what's happening. The dive bar tonight, we mentioned, pardon me, it's the Cosmic Riders, 8 to 11. And,
Party.
yeah, I don't know.
Party. Let's party.
All right, one more now from Fox Deluxe.
I was born the dirty South. It's the kind of place where you get cut quick if you're so inclined to run your mouth. You better know the angle before you make your move, for it's damn sure that you'll get beat. That Mississippi River is cold and wide, keep a secret said it's twice as deep. Nothing brings you down like your hometown. Steve Earle told us about that. Well, some of us can't be rabid in the blood. We get to running and we never look back. And we never look back. Never look back. Never look back. Now my old man ran the numbers at a tavern down with Jefferson and Broadway meet. Only after working his fingers to the bone, keeping shoes on his two boys' feet. And my poor mama had a big old heart of gold, but she hold a grudge, there's no doubt. The saddest day, boys, I'll ever recall was the day I watched her lights go out. So they bring it down like your hometown, a natural fact. And some of us get that rabbit in a blood, but get to running and we never look back. Well, we never look back. We never look back. No, never look back. Hey, hey, hey. Nothing brings you down like your hometown. Steve Earle told us about that. Oh, some of us get that rabbit in our blood. We get to running and we never look back. Well, we never look back. We never look back. Never look back.
That, my friends, is a wrap. Excellent. Very good stuff from Fox Deluxe. Great to have you guys this afternoon. Jordan, Johnny, awesome. Justin, thank you so much.
Man, if I can jump real quick on when you were talking about overdraft charges tomorrow night at Rose, that's with a really wonderful, talented local singer named Sifa Parker that plays in Cat Daddy. He plays drums with that project. His buddy CJ, I think, is playing bass, and Bradley Hutchinson that plays with Joth and Blue Jay and yada yada, I think, is sitting on a guitar. I mean, it is going to be a really fun time. If you got nowhere else to be tomorrow night, that's the place I'm going to be.
And that's at Rose tomorrow.
That's at Rose tomorrow night. Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. All right, cool. And you guys, November 24th, I think next time you're out and about, at least as far as we know?
November 24th at Dive Bar.
All right. Sounds good. I look forward to seeing you then. And till then, appreciate
Mike,
it.
thank you so much for having us, man. It's always good to see you.
Always a great time. Thanks. All right. Take care, you guys.
Thank you.
All right. We are going to get ready to say goodbye. We got a few more minutes here, so I'll tell you to stick around and listen to Rashumba and a reggae party coming at you now from 6 o'clock until 8 o'clock. The best in roots rock reggae right here on Mid-Missouri's own KOPN Columbia 89.5 FM. Once again, we're on the web at kopn.org. And this is Open Mic Radio. Had a great time this afternoon. Hope you enjoyed yourselves as well. Hope you do something fun this evening. And think about that show tomorrow night. If these guys are endorsing it, you can bet it's going to be something cool. So I would just kind of consider that. All right. Okay. Next week, Elephant Foot. You familiar with Elephant Foot, you guys?
Yeah, they're awesome.
Well, yeah. I only recently kind of discovered them just a few months ago or whatever. But I thought they're really fun. What I've heard. So anyway, they'll be here with us next week. And I look forward to having them play some music for us as well. And let's see, what do we got the week after that? OK Samaritan.
Nice.
Yeah, they'll be here soon.
As well. Former bandmates.
Really? Is that right? Grab that mic real fast again. I know, sorry, you're like packing up, right?
No worries.
All right. So what do you know about OK Samaritan?
Great little group. The last time I got to run them was out at Cooper's Land, or not at Cooper's, at Peddler's Jamboree.
Oh, when you were running Soundform or something.
Mm-hmm, yeah. Devin, their guitar player, I used to play with in a group called FDR's Revenge. And and Kyle and Jason both are in that group. just phenomenal all around. Really good songwriting.
Well, yeah, well, I'm hearing really good things about him. I saw him a long time ago, but I think as with many things, they change and people. Whatever. I'm looking forward to having him here. So we've got that coming up in a couple of weeks. We also have Crone Sax, the guy that played saxophone with Blake Gardner and the Farmers. He's got a solo thing going, and we're going to get him down here sometime soon. And we have, speaking of solo gigs, we've got a guy named Clark Layshock, who actually is a great drummer, but he now does like a sort of guitar loop artist thing. So I'm not even sure exactly what it is, but we're going to get Clark down here in a couple weeks and do that. So, all right, once again, thanks, guys. We'll catch you soon. All right. What do you got going later? You're out and about tonight or no?
No.
No. Okay.
Partying.
All right, sounds good. All right, on the web, once again, kopn.org, my website, mikehagan.com, the podcast, check it out if you'd like to get great music in your player every week or so. Todd Day Wait coming up, January Lanterns are going to be back with us, Mason Van Ghost, Molly Healy, the Boone Howlers, Don't Mind Dying, the Sweaters, everybody that these are just people that we're talking to. So anyway, if you want to get on the list, please get a hold of me like I mentioned earlier, okay? All right, we are going to check out of here. I hope you're all taking care of yourselves. Enjoy the rest of the weekend. Be cool to yourself out there. Be cool to other people. And we'll talk with you in a week with Elephant Foot. We will catch you all then. Meanwhile, here's my good friend, Kurt Kitson.
Thanks a lot. Here you go. I was up on Mike Radio.